His YouTube channel is fantastic. YouTube.com/That's Rank. Chris Father Gil Brown, in a nutshell, describe your channel.
It involves a guy, that guy being me, sitting around and stuffing his face with the kind of foods that you're left wondering, why is that a thing?
Yeah, that pretty much summarizes it. There's your SEO right there. It's Tuesday, and are we discussing gross, disgusting foods today, or are we going down a different path?
Well, what we're discussing was actually once considered one of the most boring foods on the entire planet, because I am wishing you a very happy National Graham Cracker Day today, John.
It's not that boring.
Well, hang on. We're going to get into that. So, first and foremost, I've spent all day preparing for this segment by pounding golden grams, so I'm wired and ready to go getting into this. So,
see? Not boring at all.
Not today, but you may remember a few months ago, we talked about the origins of the cornflake, and that had been invented by Dr. John Kellogg to stop men around the world from playing pocket pool.
Right.
Well, I guess that must have been a pretty wild epidemic back in the late 1800s, because the graham cracker was actually invented for the exact same reason. And I'm not making this up. It was invented by Sylvester Graham, who was a preacher of the temperance movement. And it's basically like a really amped up version of what we'd call being straight edge today. So no drugs, no alcohol, and full abstinence, including from yourself. And he was so insistent that following a natural diet would minimize pleasure and stimulation and stop all humans from listening to divinal songs. So
I see what you did there. By the way, if you're about to ruin s'mores for me, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I'm not, because unfortunately for Sylvester, we humans can get pretty touchy about this sort of thing. And by the 1920s, the s'more was actually popular with the Boy Scouts. Suddenly, the graham cracker had come in handy, which is the sort of thing it was designed to stop in the first place.
Could you come up with more innuendo?
I could. Let's see. The graham cracker is such an underrated and useful flavor vessel, and it's long been actually one of my favorite crusts for cheesecakes, especially citrusy ones like key lime or mango cheesecakes. It probably actually held the top spot for crusts on cheesecakes until last month, when my wife experimented with Nutter Butters as a cheesecake crust and took things to a whole nother level that I did not know existed.
Oh, hey.
That's what I was thinking. Also, the graham cracker designed to stop Nutter Butter. So there is that. Anyway. Told you I wasn't done. Yeah.
2 hours later.
It's also the... I'll let... Sorry. Show over. Milkman's done.
8 hours later.
We have to do some editing on this video when we release this segment.
Stop being so damn funny then. Oh, God.
All right, let's find ourselves where we were. So it's the base of the infamous moon pies, which probably peaked in popularity like 70 years ago, but you can still find moon pies if you go looking in the stores. Not as good as a Joe Louis, but still some fine snacking. And one of the absolute best uses of the graham cracker that you've almost certainly never had is it's part of the Filipino cake known as a mango float. So you hear the word float and you probably assume ice cream and stuff, but what it is dessert made out of graham crackers layered amongst with some condensed milk, whipped cream, and ripe mangoes. And it's built sort of like a lasagna, then frozen, so the whipped cream and condensed milk comes together like an ice cream, and you've got this outstandingly sweet dessert on your hands. So, to Sylvester Graham, thank you for your concern, because your attempts to bore us wound up being the catalyst for all kinds of fun treats. And really, if the s'more had been around in his era, I bet he would have even whipped off a batch himself.
Chris Father Gil Brown. It's a YouTube channel like none other, and it is worthy of you subscribing so you get notifications of the latest content. You post at least 3 or 4 times a week, right?
Yeah, not a day, but yes.
Not a day, yeah. Well, YouTube.com/That's Rank.